Hello seniors, welcome back. Or if you are new here, welcome to a space where we don't just talk about getting older, we talk about living better. Today we are going to have a heart-to-heart. We are going to talk about something that might feel a little uncomfortable at first, but I promise you, by the end of this, you will feel lighter. You will feel like you can breathe easier. We live in a culture that is obsessed with accumulation. We are told to accumulate wealth, accumulate followers, accumulate skills, accumulate things. But no one ever talks to us about the power of subtraction. No one talks about the sheer, unadulterated freedom that comes from letting things go. And that is exactly what we need to talk about today, especially if you are standing on the beautiful, seasoned side of 50 years old. You see, 50 isn't old. Let's just get that straight right now. 50 is not the beginning of the end. 50 is the beginning of the I don't care what you think era. It is the dawn of wisdom, the high noon of self-awareness. But to fully step into that power, to truly inhabit this new season of life, you have to pack light. You cannot climb to the next level carrying the heavy baggage of the last 50 years. So whether you are 55, 65, or 75, today we are talking about the 5 things you must quit right now, today, if you want to unlock the best version of yourself. Grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's dive into the Platinum Reset. The first thing we have to quit is the heavy one. It's the one that sits on our chest and makes our blood pressure rise just by thinking about it. We have to quit holding grudges. You're thinking, but you don't understand what they did to me. And you're right, I don't. Maybe a sibling cheated you out of an inheritance. Maybe a former boss publicly humiliated you. Maybe an ex-spouse broke your heart in ways you can't even articulate. For 20, 30, maybe 40 years, that story has been your companion. You've replayed the scene 1,000 times. In your head, you've won the argument. You've said the perfect cutting remark. You've proven your point. But let me ask you a difficult question. Has holding on to that grudge changed the other person? Has it made them apologize? Has it made them suffer? It hasn't. Holding a grudge is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It is the ultimate act of self-sabotage. When you are over 50, your energy is your most precious resource. It is finite. And every time you stoke the flames of an old grudge, you are burning up precious mental and emotional energy that could be used to play with your grandkids, to travel, to learn a new hobby, or to simply enjoy a quiet, peaceful evening. Think about it physiologically. Harboring resentment floods your body with cortisol, the stress hormone. It keeps you in a state of low-grade fight or flight. It contributes to inflammation, high blood pressure, and anxiety. Your body doesn't know the difference between a tiger chasing you and an old memory of your brother-in-law insulting you at Thanksgiving in 1998. It reacts the same way. Quitting a grudge doesn't mean you condone what happened. It doesn't mean you have to invite that person to Christmas dinner. It simply means you are cutting the cord. You are unhooking your wagon from their train. You are saying, "This story ends now. My peace is more important than my need to be right." Imagine the freedom of having that space in your mind suddenly cleared out. Imagine the energy you will have. Forgiveness, my friends, is not a gift you give to them. It is a gift you give to yourself. So the first thing we quit is the unpaid rent in our heads where those old resentments live. It's time to evict them. Number 2 is a big one, especially for the women. But men, don't think you're off the hook. We have to quit the quest for perfection. For the first half of our lives, many of us were professional people pleasers. We chased the perfect body, the perfect lawn, the perfect career trajectory, the perfect children, the perfect holiday card. We lived by a script written by society, our parents, or the media. We believed that if we just tried hard enough, we could achieve a state of flawlessness where everyone would finally approve of us. But let me tell you a secret. Perfection is a lie. It is a moving goalpost. The moment you achieve one version of it, the world changes the definition. And here's the kicker about being over 50. Your body is going to change whether you like it or not. Gravity is undefeated. You might get wrinkles. You might get aches and pains. Your hair might gray or thin. If you spend this precious decade fighting a war against your own reflection, you will lose, and you will miss your life while fighting it. Quitting perfection means embracing what the Japanese call wabi-sabi, the beauty of imperfection. It means looking in the mirror and instead of zooming in on the crow's feet, you appreciate the laugh lines that prove you've had a lifetime of joy. It means wearing the bathing suit without sucking in your stomach. It means cooking a meal and not panicking if the sauce isn't exactly like the recipe. It also applies to your relationships. Quit trying to be the perfect parent. Your adult children don't need a perfect parent. They need a present one. They need a real one. They need you to be human, to admit when you're wrong, and to laugh at yourself. When you quit perfection, you gain authenticity. You become magnetic. People are drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin, not those who are polished and plastic. So, let it go. Let the gray grow out. Let the cake be a little lopsided. Let the house be lived in. Life is messy, and that's where the fun is. Number 3. This is the one that breaks my heart the most when I see it. We have to quit the someday syndrome. Someday, I'll take that trip to Italy. Someday, I'll learn to paint. Someday, I'll write that book. Someday, I'll tell her how much she meant to me. We treat someday like it's a day of the week, but here is the hard truth that 50 plus teaches you. Someday is not a guarantee. It is a gamble. When you are 25, someday feels infinite. You have decades to burn. But when you are 55 or 65, the horizon line becomes a little more defined. You become acutely aware that the sand in the top of the hourglass is running out. And that is not a morbid thought. It is the most motivating thought in the world. Knowing that time is finite is what gives life its flavor. It is the spice that makes you want to actually taste the meal. Quitting someday mentality means adopting a date stamp mentality. You wouldn't leave a carton of milk out forever because it has an expiration date. You wouldn't leave a plane ticket unused. So why do you leave your dreams on the shelf? If you want to go to Italy, get on a wait list for a class or a tour. If you want to paint, buy a $20 set of watercolors tonight. You don't need to be good at it. You just need to do it. The joy is in the doing, not in the masterpiece. This also applies to relationships. Is there a friend you've been meaning to call? Call them tonight. Is there an apology you need to make? Make it. Is there a love you need to express? Say it. Someday is a thief. It steals your present moment by lulling you into a false sense of security. We quit someday today. We replace it with today. Or at the very least, we replace it with, I am putting it on the calendar for next month. Move it from a wish to a plan. Number 4 requires some serious house cleaning, but not the kind you do with a mop. We have to quit the energy vampires. You know who I'm talking about. These are the people, the places, and even the habits that leave you feeling drained rather than full. Let's start with the people. We all have that one friend or family member who is a chronic complainer. Nothing is ever good enough. The weather is too hot, the service is too slow, the government is crooked, the neighbor is nosy. You get off the phone with them, and you feel like you need a nap and a stiff drink. For years, you might have felt obligated to stay in these relationships. Oh, that's just Aunt Mildred. She's always been that way. But here's the thing about being over 50. Your time is too valuable to be spent as someone else's emotional garbage dump. You have every right to protect your peace. This doesn't mean you have to be cruel. It means you set boundaries. It means you limit your exposure. You can love someone from a distance. You can say, "I only have 10 minutes to talk today." You can stop offering solutions to people who are addicted to their problems. It's not just people, it's also the activities. Are you still on committees or boards out of obligation even though you dread the meetings? Quit. Are you still watching the nightly news that fills you with fear and anxiety? Turn it off. Read a book instead. Look at your schedule. Are you filling your days with busy work just to feel useful rather than purposeful? Stop it. When you quit the energy vampires, you reclaim your vitality. You create space for the people who lift you up, the ones who make you laugh, the ones who inspire you. You create space for silence, for walks in nature, for hobbies that replenish your soul. You deserve to be surrounded by light, not drained by darkness. And finally, we get to number 5. This is the capstone. This is the one that ties everything together. We have to quit living in the rearview mirror. It is impossible to drive forward safely if you are constantly staring at where you've been. You will crash. For many of us over 50, the past is a tempting place to live. It's the glory days of high school sports. It's the good old days when the kids were little. It's the what-ifs. What if I had taken that job? What if I had married that person? What if I had moved to that city? And then, on the flip side, it's the if-onlys. If only I hadn't made that financial mistake. If only I had spent more time with Mom before she passed. If only I had taken better care of my health. Regret and nostalgia are two sides of the same coin, and neither one of them is legal tender in the land of now. You have a tremendous asset that no one else in the history of the world has ever had. Your specific set of experiences. The wins, the losses, the love, the grief, the joy, the pain. It has all shaped you into the deeply textured, wise, resilient person you are today. But that wisdom is only useful if you apply it to the present moment. Your past is not your identity. It is your university. You graduated. You don't have to keep going back to take the same classes. Quitting the rearview mirror means accepting that the past is unchangeable. You cannot edit that story, but you can write the next chapter. And the next chapter can be the best one yet. It can be a chapter about adventure. It can be a chapter about service. It can be a chapter about deep, abiding love and friendship. It can be a chapter about simply being still and grateful. When you stop looking back, you start seeing what's right in front of you. You see the sunset tonight. You taste the coffee this morning. You hear the laughter of a friend right now. That is where life is. That is the only place it has ever been. So there they are. The 5 things you must quit if you are over 50. 1. Quit the grudges. They are poison you drink, hoping the other person will suffer. 2. Quit the perfectionism. Flawed is far more interesting than perfect. 3. Quit someday. Put a date on your dreams and live them now. 4. Quit the energy vampires. Protect your peace like the precious resource it is. 5. Quit the rearview mirror. Your best chapter is being written right now. I know this isn't always easy. Letting go can feel scary. It can feel like losing a part of yourself. But I promise you, what you find on the other side of that letting go is the real you. The unburdened you. The free you. 50 plus is not a time to slow down. It is a time to recalibrate. It is a time to become the person you always wanted to be, but were too busy or too scared to become. So take a deep breath. Look around at your life. What are you holding on to that is holding you back? What can you quit today? Dear friend, thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this resonated with you, please hit that like button and share it with a friend who needs to hear this message. And let me know in the comments below, Which of these 5 things are you ready to quit first? I read every comment, and I am cheering for you. Until next time, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Bye for now.